going on, y'all? It's your boy ABC bringing some more Go Bros content. We got Ethan in the house.
Since I did your lame intro, can I join you in your kitchen for this video?
Yeah. Spice Kitchen is always open. All right, welcome y'all. We got another episode of Pogo Bros here. We got Ethan in the house, and we're gonna do some new videos to celebrate the finale of the the finale of the Might and Mastery season. Delightful Days has started. We've got some bangers to close the season out on. So we got a bunch of teams, so there's no need for a big intro. We're just gonna get into these battles. How does that sound? All right.
I think I started counting your ums a little bit late there.
Oh, no problem. There'll be more. So hope you have more.
How much does to see this?
All right. So we got Corviknight in the lead. We're gonna save swap into hakamo-o, and one would think this is a very bad matchup because we're going up against a flying type, but they are so bad with their pacing here that we can actually just double shield and go brick break here and pose a threat to farm it down. It's all, you know, I know you haven't seen these. He hasn't seen these yet. These are all first impression right here. We're gonna shield this, so we're gonna go for this farm down here because switch is very important in this matchup. They come in with the primate, and we're able to hard punish with the dachsbun here.
The algorithm giving you all the favors.
I am the algorithm. You know, the algorithm's meeting me today, and I'm gonna give them something to look out for. See, look at that. We're undercharging the psychic fencer, so we can farm down a steel type.
It's just like not charging.
Yeah, we could probably just not thrown it, but.
No,
actually, no, it helped because we needed to, or else we wouldn't have been able to farm it down. So this was actually very important here.
Someone else can farm it down, though.
We get a shield. We get a shield here. Yep, this is definitely Ethan, guys. Yep, this is without a doubt Ethan.
Someone's got to be in the comments keeping you in line.
Yeah, I got to keep me in check. But speaking of keeping in check, we're keeping this Gastrodon in check here. We're forcing them to throw a body slam to take us out, so that way we can come back in, presumably with the hakamo-o. We're gonna wait our switch clock out here, and so now we are coming in with the hakamo-o, and we're going for this move to take out the Gastrodon for the opening win. GG's.
You're really thinking about those words, aren't you?
Yep.
Someone else has got to get in the comments to start counting your ums on this video.
Yeah, if someone else wants to help Ethan out, go right for it. He needs some help. He also needs some help getting through his first set in the new season. It didn't turn out so well.
It was rough.
Yeah.
And to top it off, I also forgot to do.
Speaking of rough, it's rough for jump bluffs out here. Good. Boom! Let's go! It is rough for jump bluffs out here. So we are looking really good right now, but unfortunately this Talonflame still has energy, so we're gonna have to shield that up. We're gonna throw in good timing here, but we're not able to because they have enough energy for a second fly here. But we throw
brick break.
We throw a brick break here because we are very. Yep, it was worth it. It was. Yep, it was very risky, but the opponent let it through. We'll see if it helps us out here. If we can get this charm down, it's gonna be close. Oh no, but they get to a charge move here. It's only a flame charge though, which they probably could have gotten to a fly because it's more energy efficient.
Fly still.
Yeah, would have done a little more damage, but you know, this is very difficult with the Jellicent here. We're Shadow, so this Shadow Ball is going to hurt a lot, and we do survive. So shout out to.
I'm surprised you survived that Hex.
Yeah, I mean,
I wouldn't have even gone for optimal timing on that.
Yeah. Oh, and then we get one turn denied right there too, so that's not fantastic, but it didn't matter. We got taken out. GG's. But we did one shot a jump club, so that's why that video's in there. All right, now we got a Thievul in the front here, and so we're gonna save swap into this hakamo-o. And typically it's not wouldn't be a safe. Yeah.
I'm pretty bad at timing on the switch in there.
Me too. Like I can't even. Sometimes I just wait for them to throw it, but when
this probably would have been a good brick break.
Oh, absolutely. That actually would have been a good one. If I can get this farm down though in the next 3 Dragon Tails, it'll work. Okay, we got the farm down anyways, so we might have actually gotten more farm that way. But we're able to we call the Night Slash, which is fantastic. They come in with a Grafai. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right.
Is that why you brought this up earlier?
It actually played into it, but I did. I took a screenshot because I couldn't believe what I was seeing.
Oh yeah, I didn't know he had a mud slap.
He's got mud slap. Like he's got some niche, value. He just needs a better.
It would have been great for this video if you let him show us his charge moves.
Yeah, too bad. There's a reason why people don't really use it. But their Thievel gets the farm down here, but they don't know that we have a dachsbun in here to take care of business. And without knowing any better, they probably threw a Night Slash Yep, because they didn't think that we had a fairy type, and we charmed them down for the win. GG's. And in this match, we're playing an expert here. We were well below veteran at this point, so this is kind of an upward sort of hill for us to climb here, but we're going to take a crunch here because we can. Luckily, no defense drop, but it wouldn't matter anyway since we're going to probably superpower and dip. And then we're going to come in with the typhlosion and try to fast move pressure this thing into switching out or throwing some moves on bad time.
Take your shields.
Yep. And so unfortunately, we try to go throw in good timing and it costs us our second shield. But in this situation, they actually switch out into the Malamar, and luckily we were able to react fast enough to. And I didn't want to risk them getting to a foul play right there, because that could have easily just thwarted our plans. But we're gonna wait to see what they come back in now, and then they have the Drapion, which saved up the Aqua Tail. So they're gonna take us out here, but we're able.
Another fast move there. Only throwing one. I mean, not being sarcastic. Otherwise, they would have been knocked out.
Exactly. No, exactly. So the opponent does know their fast move counts, and yeah.
If someone's counting, count all of those.
Yeah, as one only. No, anyways,
no.
We get the win with feraligatr. GG's. In my defense, you're trying to throw me off too, so here we are now into the Galarian Weezing here. I'm so self-aware right now. But we're actually going to make a really nice catch on the shiny Typhlosion here. So now these are the battles that, as we're approaching the expert rank here, and they throw in bad timing here, so they allow a whole Incinerate to get through, so we're definitely inclined to just farm them down right here. We have a ton of energy going out into the Clodsire, and they make a fantastic catch on the feraligatr actually. Oh yeah, that does so much damage. And we had enough energy to where we were able to throw in good timing before they get to a Hydro Cannon, so we do get that shield here. Now we can take a move on this feraligatr. They can't really hurt us unless they did a crunch, but we would survive either way, and there's no way that they're going to farm us down. But we're going to throw this move right away just in case they want to CMP tie us, and they're just going to throw a move for whatever reason.
Did you lag there? Looks like you were at the move and threw you threw an extra Shadow Claw, I think.
Yeah.
So you had more energy than one Hydro Cannon.
Yeah, you see like the white ball spinning in the corner here, like every freaking segment. But we do get that win. So GG's. We're facing a legend here, so. This person has reached the promised land, and they've come down now to ruin the lives of so many aspirational trainers, but the opponent tries to catch a superpower and switches into their Sableye here, so now we're able to unleash a foul play on them, and then we're actually able to get to this second one here to force a shield. So now we're going to go into the feraligatr and just go for some fast move pressure right here. They're going to probably call the foul play as opposed to maybe a power gem or a dazzling gleam that would have done more damage. So we're able to get that shield before they farm us down. Unfortunately, okay, so now they come in with their feraligatr here, and I don't think we can survive a Hydro Cannon from a Shadow, so we're going to shield that up, which is fine. It's actually a CMP time. So this works out quite nicely, because now what we can do here is actually snipe them with the Typhlosion. That they anticipated being able to get a few more Shadow Claws in there, but we didn't allow that. Or they thought they might have been able to survive that Incinerate, either of the two scenarios. And we actually called. They tried to get
the same energy.
I guess that
was a mistake.
Yeah, I think they assumed that we would have shielded it, but and we're facing a legend here, so I think they were just trying to play around with us, and it didn't work out for them. So we shielded this foul play, and we double resist, fast move them down for the win. GG's.
Overrated anyway.
Right? It's all about that veteran. All right, so now we're into a Guzzlord here. We're doing very risky. For context, a couple matches before this, there were Guzzlords that were shielding my superpower, so I'm like, all right, we're going to go ahead and just foul play and then go for the superpower, which is what we do here. We get both shields, so now I can switch into the feraligatr, shield once, and then get to the next move, assuming they don't switch out, and get this Ice Beam, and that's what we do. We throw in between Dragon Tails to ensure that there's no catching involved, and so we boom them right there, and they come in with a...
Why isn't he using Bug Bite?
Yeah. Oh wait, this isn't Delightful Days. And so now...
The old videos.
Old, don't watch them. He goes for a mirror shot, and so we're actually able to... We're actually able to survive and snipe them with the shiny typhlosion for the win. GG's. Besides, my shiny fortress is a lot cooler. And it's a lot bigger too. Everything's bigger in Texas. All right. Doxed. All right, so now we're going in with the Malamar and the foul play here. They do shield up their Kanto Marowak, so we are going to let this through. And we're just going for a hefty farm down here after shielding once. We're fine with the energy here, as long as this Marowak's gone, because the Typhlosion does not want to see it. Yeah, that was very strange. I guess these upper level trainers are just, you know, wanting to pick on some people trying to make it to expert, and they just think we're gonna shield.
I think Rock Slide would be better damage per energy.
Oh, it's not. It's not. I think they're just kind of BMing because they know we're gonna shield. Either way, we get this Ice Beam off, and so now the opponent is going to come in with Lapras. All right. So, and then they try to go for a catch on the Marowak, and we survive barely. And luckily, we had more than 1 HP, so we didn't get Psywave down before the move. Or the charge move registers, and we're making a risky play here by going in with the Malamar, but we know that these triple resisted Psywaves are not going to farm us down, forcing the opponent to throw energy, so that way they don't reach a second Sparkling Aria against us. And the reason why I say second is because one will not take... Yep, exactly. One will take us out. Yeah, so yeah, we were cooking in this match for the win. GG's. All right.
Cooking in the kitchen here.
That's right, that's right. The Spice Kitchen is open. All right, so now we have a Drapion in the lead here, and this is a very common lead at this ELO range too. So what we do is we let them throw a crunch, no debuff, but that's fine. Either way, we're gonna go ahead and throw on good timing here, get the superpower. We get a shield, so now we're just gonna bring in the Typhlosion, and they decide to come in with the Jump Pluff.
Why would they do this?
I think they were assuming, and then they let the blast burn through. Let's go. I think they assumed that I was gonna throw the Thunder Punch right away, and so they were just trying to catch it at that point. That's my guess. But either way,
that was so much later. I think they just assumed you were gonna maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, that's the best thing I can come up with. But here we get a massive catch. The opponent was just going straight Aqua Tail, and we just catch that and get the farm down. The opponent doesn't want any of these hands. Let's go. GG's. Obama in the back. Bye-bye. All right. Dugong in the lead here. This is very good for us because we have superpower, and we're just going to go straight for it. Opponent's probably expecting a bait here, and we just go straight for the damage. And actually, they do call it, so very good on them. But luckily, we're a step ahead because now we know that they're trying to get us while we're debuffed, and we catch an Icy Wind. So we get a nice little windfall of energy on the Malamar here, and if we're able to get to this last Hydro Cannon, yes, before getting taken out, that is critical because now the opponent has to shield if they want to keep their Wigglytuff. Excellent here. So now we can hard punish them with the Typhlosion. We make sure to come in immediately so that way the opponent doesn't, their switch clock doesn't expire quicker. And we actually do that because if we did another Incinerate, they probably could get a move off on us, but they didn't have
shields.
No, they had shields.
Oh, I thought they had shields. I don't know why you didn't put your but.
No, because I wanted to save that energy for whatever they had in the back. And actually, with that match, we had we reached experts, so everything beyond here is on a push for legend. But we decided to do it with a little bit of a spice to it. So
on and on about that last battle. You're not gonna bring up that you have a hariyama on the screen right now.
Well, you know, it's hard for the audience not to see it. So in all fairness. So we're able to get shields from the Sableye, and we're going for a second move on CMP tie here, and we actually get another shield. So we're comfortable letting this Hariyama go, considering this was a very bad matchup for us. So now we're coming in with the Azumarill, and now the opponent's coming in with the Cordilli, and they unfortunately get to a move before we can throw. And we tried to call the Rock Tomb, but they...
You can survive it, yeah. Honestly.
Yeah, I just wanted to...
Probably have saved it for Malamar, yeah.
Yeah. Now the situation is we're gonna throw this move here and take the excuse me, and they have the Sableye in the back, and we're gonna make sure that we don't get Dazzling Gleam here. We make a correct shield, and they have a Clodsire in the back, so that only counts as one. And so now we're gonna go for this foul play here. We're just trying to get off as much damage as possible, stall that switch clock. Now we can get back in with the Azumarill, forcing the opponent to throw.
Well, this is a good move. Like, you want to use that energy.
Yeah, and they actually went for the Earthquake I don't know if they had Sludge Bomb. Maybe they had Stone Edge.
Stone Edge is still taking you out, I think.
Yeah, so either way, I'm fine with it. And can we get this farm down? We needed one more side wave of energy. And the opponent takes us out with the foul play. GG's. But, you know, these are high-level battles, so it's gonna come down to the last play.
It's gonna come
more
down
often
to
than
who
not.
doesn't have Hariyama.
Luckily for us, we waited out and noticed that the Alolan Ninetales had Powder Snow as opposed to Charm, so we were able to figure out that we had a really good matchup with the Hariyama, forcing them to swap out into the Sableye, which we can then punish with the Azumarill. Although it's not necessarily a super hard punish because they can do a lot of damage with their power gems here, but we luckily shielded up the first one, so that way we weren't in danger of shielding up a foul play. In the tail end of this matchup, we undercharged for a little extra energy here.
I think Purified Sableye also beats Azumarill in one shield.
I do recall something like that back in the day. Sableye used to be so busted. And we actually call the Surf bait here and we survive it, which is good. So we get off this play rough here. The opponent unfortunately does get a farm down here, but we have our Malamar aligned with this where we want it to be. And we let this Shadow Ball go through. That does a lot of damage. The Ninetales comes back in, but we're gonna
foul play here, right?
Nope. We're getting that superpower off. So now the opponent is in a situation where they probably need to shield this in order to keep them around, which we do force their last shield, and now they're gonna so now our win con here is now we can farm it down and then have the play or the foul play ready for the Jellicent. The opponent sees it writing on the wall. GG's. So
Is that necessary?
you know, when you're winning with Hariyama, it is necessary. So now we have a Chestnut here.
She's getting Smackdown?
Is it? I can't tell.
No, maybe he's not.
Yeah, it's hard to see it.
Got a whole palm through, so I thought it was a 3-turn charge move.
Yeah.
Well, fast move, I mean. So.
Yeah, it's just hard to see the animation too with this Hariyama in the way.
Bad fast move timing is what it is.
Yeah. We'll take it though. They probably weren't ready to see this anyways, so I don't necessarily blame them. We're getting off this next upper hand here, probably getting they're just gonna let it through, and they have a Typhlosion in the back, so the opponent is not ready for what we're about to do here. If you're picking up what I'm putting down, let's go.
I like Typhlosion, especially Shadow Typhlosion, but Incinerate is so easy to catch on.
It is. Although they didn't know that we had, more often than not, you're gonna have stuff that doesn't resist fire in the back, so they're just...
That should have been the easy read that you're gonna get caught, but I guess throw the Blast Burn anyway, I mean, it's gonna hurt anything.
Like, if I had a Sableye in the back, then it's gonna get taken out regardless, so we just happen to have the perfect little cushion for that. And now we have in here a Corviknight, and we were able to get off a foul play here. We're probably able to get off another move. I should have went for superpower there. I recognize that mistake the moment I did it at the time of filming, but we were still able to get off some very good damage here to the point where we can farm this thing down. And actually, I will argue that going for foul play instead of superpower allows us to get a third Force Palm in there.
Accidentally helps you, yeah. Call what it is.
I'm using Hariyama. I don't care. All right, so now we're coming with the Azumarill, and they have a Diggersby in the back, and they don't want any of these hands. GG's. All right, so now we have Jumpluff in the front, in the lead. That's not good, so we're going to go straight into the Malamar here. We don't want to go into the Azumarill because many times I've done this and they've had a Toxapex in the back and it's just game over. So I'm willing to play out this mid game here, and so is the opponent, which allowed us to desync the switch clocks a little bit. We're gonna allow them to throw this crunch here because we do survive this.
Hurt a lot.
Yeah. At this point, I've come to terms with the fact that my Malamar isn't gonna help us out with that Jumpluff. I'm gonna come in here with the Hariyama and just just ramp up on energy here. We're able to survive one Aqua Tail, yep. But these upper hands will do a lot of damage, and same with the Force Palms too. If we can get a no defense drop, of course, but that's fine. We did force the opponent to throw a move here, and we're actually gonna shield this and force him to switch out into a more Pekko. And yeah, this is
your favorite.
Yeah, this is not looking good. If I could have gotten that next Force Palm in there, that would have been fantastic. But they do take us out with the Psychic Fangs here.
Yeah, at least it was only a Psychic Fangs, so it's not boosted, so you can...
Yeah, and here they don't really have a threatening move, so I'm fine for the time being. But the problem is that yeah, he's got a lot of energy, so I'm trying to anticipate a catch here, get a Psychic Fangs off, but
well, I don't know. You could probably survive
Yep.
I'll say I think you could survive one. Maybe not from that. Oh, but he caught. Never mind. I noticed that.
Yeah. So I think all hope was just out the window because he had the move.
I guess you can't survive one, so he didn't even need to catch. That was
he didn't. He was just to be cute. Yeah, exactly. But I had a hariyama, so I mean, you know, go crazy with that one, buddy. And then the opponent allows a whole force palm to get through here.
So hard to time properly.
Yeah.
With that.
So we're going for the heavy slam here, actually, assuming that the opponent will not shield, but they actually do, which is unfortunate. You know, it's not the worst thing in the world, though, because we do get a shield. And we have a good counter in the back anyways. They come in with a Bastiodon, and I really wish I had Hydro Pump, but that's really unheard of in these days. You're going to have Ice Beam and Play Rough. So at this point, we're trying to stall the Switch Clock, do as much damage as we can in the process. And then hopefully we can get our Hariyama back, which we do. And we did get one Force Palm off, but we did also force the opponent to throw energy, which is probably the more important thing here to do. So now we're going to wait out our Switch Clock here. Come with the Malamar and farm up energy. They have their Sableye come back in. So we're going to go ahead and throw this Foul Play here. They shield it up. And we got to hopefully shield up correctly here. Okay, they do go for the Foul Play, which is unfortunate. But we are forcing them to throw their energy. We didn't catch the move, but they aren't able to farm us down before we get to the Ice Beam. So now we're able to overfarm just ever so slightly to get this Foul Play off. And now it's a race to the charge move here. The opponent beats us to the Stone Edge, but we do have a superpower going in, so we get this win. GG's.
All right. GG's. All right.
Yep. All right, and then we got a 4-1 in that set, so we were at 27-77 elo and getting a 4-1 set with Hariyama. So, you know, I'm pretty proud about that. You know, could have done better, could have done worse though. So we are in this lead matchup with the Blastoise, and look how much damage that does.
Oh, I forgot that drops the defense. I guess it was a crunch clone, wasn't it, before they nerfed it?
Yeah, 30%. So we actually got it in that situation, which was great because we were able to farm them down before the next charge move, and now they come in with their superior and
their defense drop.
Yeah, I know I think that's like a 9% chance. I'm not doing math right now. The algorithm. Yep, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, you're right on 9%.
Yeah. All right, so now they're going to throw it. Go ahead and throw their aerial ace, take us out. We're going to come in now with the Malamar, and they have a Sand Slash in the back.
Did they have a shield? I forgot.
Nope! Boom, that.
And then you come in with the Ice Beam. You can survive a Frenzy Plant. But...
Oh yeah, this bulky thing can survive that. I got like a rank 4, I think, azumarill right here. GG's. All right.
GG's.
And that was actually the last battle. So to recap, we didn't get Legend, unfortunately, but we came pretty darn close with pretty meta Pokemon here. You're not gonna see many other people using Shadow Hariyama in the 27, the 2800s. The highest elo was 2823. So we're pretty proud about that, but you know, the goal here is to get you guys some good content. Thank you for making my first season in content creation a fun one. Met some great new faces along the way, and you know, some friendships span over multiple states, so I'm glad to have Ethan in the house for this shoutcast. And you know, delightful days are ahead, no pun intended.
Yeah, so like and subscribe to his channel so he can get monetized, so I can't say things like f and sucker and you suck. Yeah, I can't say that if he's monetized, so go ahead and like and subscribe and everything, you know. What else do they say?
I think they say that you
comment, count the ums. You can include mine, yeah.
Of course. You've made a whole lot more work for me, but it's worth it. You guys, all right. I'm gonna wrap this up before it gets out of hand. But hey, go fast this weekend. Make sure you get ready for
this weekend.
Go fest. Go fest yourself. With that, have a good one, and I'll see you all in the next season. Peace.